Burgess here with Music Marketing TV, and today we're going to be talking about putting a reverb on the master bus. So I have a Pro R on the master bus here, and it's adding a lot of high-end reverb, and I basically removed all the low-end stuff. It's a shorter reverb, and at first, reverb on the master bus seems kind of crazy. Every now and then, you're going to come across a track that will probably benefit from having a reverb on the master bus. It's not very common. This is the first one I've done it with in a long time. And let me just show you first. Let's just bypass it. And this is what the drop sounds like without it. All right, now let's go ahead. Let's put it in. Here's what it sounds like with it. It's so much better. It's a much darker tone right here. And if I go to other spots as well, it's pretty obvious almost everywhere. Like here we have some brass stabs and things. Go ahead, let's bypass it here for a second. Now let's go ahead, let's add it in. So the reverb on the master does a couple different things. It's pretty useful, and it's gonna, there's a lot of ways to do this, but whenever I've done this, I've pretty much always removed all low-end reverb. You just generally don't want that stuff. That's usually not what you're going for. Typically when I grab it like this, it's to settle things in space, forwards and backwards wise, and I usually keep it very short, and there is a big boost. So there's also an EQ boost here that's going on, a rather large one. And these together help just push the higher elements a little further back, but they don't sound like they're blurred like you would typically associate with a reverb. Instead, they sound like they've been put in a spot that they're supposed to be in. And it just really helps even the playing field between the low end and the high end. And so on this particular track, it just ended up working out really great and being pretty much what I wanted. You'll also notice that with the Pro R, a couple benefits. I have it much closer than further away, and that's also something you're going to want to have. Otherwise, this would do some stuff with delays and whatnot. And on the master channel, generally you don't want that. If you do that, you're going to want to bring your mix down. This is a very high mix, 41%. But if you A/B it, I would pick the reverb every time. I think it makes a really important difference in this particular case. So just something to consider. Other things that I've done in the past that have worked out is having 2 or 3 verbs and then mixing them in and having much lower mix values. This is very high. I don't think I've ever had a mix that's gone this high and me be okay with it. If you have any questions about this, feel free to drop them down in the comments below. And what are your thoughts on such a process? Is this something that you've done? Do you consider this taboo, or is this something that you make regular use of? I definitely have heard where I say I'll make use of it very sparingly, and I'll often try it out and then, decide whether or not I like it. I think that's the way any process should really be done. Give it a shot. If you like it, keep it. If you don't, throw it out the window. Subscribe and hit that bell icon for future videos, and have a blessed day.